Hello and welcome to an episode that talks about WordPress. I'm Swati Singh, a media professional for the last 12 years, specialized in mass communication. I worked as a media professional with Hindustan Times, Indian Express, Career Launchers, Times of India, etc. And I've also taught digital and social media in various universities and colleges, including the Delhi University. Today we shall be discussing about WordPress, a publishing software and a platform that offers variety and choices to the publishers to create and publish great content for the internet. Now let's get started by discussing the objectives of this episode. The objectives of this episode are to understand what is WordPress, to learn about the history of WordPress, to discuss the features of WordPress, to understand the benefits of using WordPress. Let's start by asking, what is WordPress? Well, WordPress is one of the most popular content management system on the planet. With over 38% of websites running on this forum today, we would look at the history of it, how it transformed from a simple blogging system into its current format, how its community was born, and the features as well as advantages and disadvantages of WordPress as a dynamic platform. The platform is changing how websites from all around the world work, with more power and performance than traditional websites or most other CMS systems. Because of the what you see is what you get ability to change parts of your site, more and more people are becoming bloggers, webmasters, and internet marketers than ever before. To suffice, WordPress is a powerful semantic publishing platform, and it comes with a great set of features designed to make a publisher's work easy, pleasant, and appealing as possible on the internet. WordPress offers a freely distributed, standardized, complaint, fast, light, and free content management system with sensible default settings and features and an extremely customizable core. WordPress itself is an open source software, which means it's free to use and free to modify. This package can be found on WordPress.org. WordPress.org is the self-hosted version that one can run on their own servers or purchase as a hosting package from one of the numerous web hosting companies. Now, let's learn about how and when it all started by learning about the history of WordPress. The history of WordPress starts like most others. The year was 2002 when Matt Mullenweg, a college student at that time, installed the B2 or Cafe Log blogging system for personal use. Unfortunately, the original creator of B2 Cafe Log had to give it up for updating his creation because of personal matters, and the project and its community were left without a leader. Henceforth, on April 1, 2003, Matt created a new branch of B2 on SourceForge by forking the original B2 Cafe Log system to create his own version with the help of Mike Little. Matt's friend Christian Treadmollett recommended calling it WordPress, and that's the name they shortlisted. Later, after hundreds, maybe thousands of commits to the official SVN repository, the first version WordPress 0.7 was released on May 27, 2003. WordPress 1.0 was released in January 2004, otherwise known as the Davis version. Mullenweg has an affinity for jazz greats, therefore he named all his updates after jazz greats from the past and today. In addition, Matt used to include a plugin called Hello Dolly in every release. This plugin is a long-standing tribute to Louis Armstrong. That plugin would sum up what they did with the first release of the WordPress. Another popular plugin named Hello Dolly plugin symbolized the hope and enthusiasm of an entire generation summed up in two words sung most famously by Louis Armstrong. Matt Mullenweg with search engine friendly permalinks, multiple categories, simple installation, upgrade capabilities and comment modernization, the software was a true blogging system and maybe an early CMS. However, at that time those features were restricted to those with programming experiences. That same year, WordPress got a lucky break when competitor Movable Type decided to change their pricing structure. This change drove away a lot of Movable Type's audiences looking for an alternative. WordPress was the best option. Later in October 2004, CNET hired Mullenweg to help them with their own blogs. He then dropped out of college to take this job and moved from Houston to San Francisco. He worked there for almost an year and left in October 2005. That same month, he created the Akismet comment spam filter for WordPress. This plugin is still to this day one of the most popular comment spam protectors for blogs. October was definitely a busy month for Automatic, the company that Matt founded after leaving CNET, since they raised a $1.10 million in a series. Funding some of the first inventors were True Ventures, Radar Partners, Polaris Ventures and CNET among the others. This was the first sign of growing outside the confidence in the platform. However, with the additional time now that he was not working for CNET, he also had the chance to update WordPress. The Duke 2.0 update came out in December. This was a major overhaul of the dashboard, along with the improved speed and efficiency, with the post and image uploading moving into 2006. Automatic started to grow their business and brand. They hired former Outpost CEO and Yahoo executive Tony Skretneder and Automatic CEO. Despite having thousands of users, the company now had only 5 employees. In August of that year, the first WordCamp was held in San Francisco. WordCamps are annual events that volunteers organize for users and developers to get together and discuss all things WordPress. As of 2018, there are 784 WordCamps in 69 cities across 65 countries. The annual meeting in San Francisco is the main event where Matt Mullenweg gives his annual update called the State of the Word. Then in September 2007, Beijing hosted the first WordCamp outside of San Francisco. The next month, Automatic purchased Gravatar. Gravatar are the avatars or pictures you see next to your name when you interact on WordPress sites, and many other services, since it's a free service. This is the first in a series of purchases Automatic makes to bring in release technology to improve the WordPress platform for users. In January 2008, they raised another $29.5 million in a Series B round of funding. In addition to Polaris and Radar Partners, the New York Times and True Ventures invested in Automatic at this time. This is important because within the next few years, they will make some strategic acquisitions with this funding. While we know that there is a line between Automatic, the company, and the WordPress open source project, sometimes that line is blurry. As a good example of that blurred line is their first key acquisition, which was BuddyPress. BuddyPress is a social networking platform that runs on WordPress. It has spawned an entire legion of secondary plugins for this useful add-on. Just like WordPress itself, it is licensed under GPL and is of course open source. Furthermore, 2008 was also the launch of the WordPress theme directory. Anyone can develop and upload their themes to this directory and make it available for free to tens and thousands of visitors. The only criteria is that it has to pass a quality check first. There's a lot of activity on the site every day, and there are more than 2,500 free themes available here. Later in June 2009, next major WordPress update was done, the WordPress 2.8 Beta version. This update helped admins with features like automatic installation of themes and the addition of the CodePress editor to help web developers with the coding of their sites, which was also very important. That same year, WordPress also won the Package Best Open Source CMS Award. WordPress 3.1 Rain Harder update came out in February 2011. One of the notable additions was the admin bar that you can use to access every page's backend while logged into your own site. This made it easier to change specific pages without having to rummage around your site for the posts and pages you wanted to update. Plus, building upon the great CMS features of 3.0, post formats and archives for custom post types were introduced in 3.1. Additionally, in 2011, WordPress now powers over 12% of the world's website. In July, they surpassed 50 million WordPress blogs. This growth will keep going. 3 years later, they have a 22% share of the world's website using their platforms. Today, WordPress has changed the way we publish content, especially because it has such features that help us in publishing the best-in-class content. Now let us discuss the important features of WordPress. So we have a list of some of the features that come to a standard with the WordPress. However, there are literally tens and thousands of plugins that extend what WordPress can do. So the actual functionality is nearly limitless. They are also free to do whatever you like with the WordPress code. Extend it or modify it in any way or use it for commercial projects without any licensing fee. To begin with, let's start with the basic features of WordPress, which are: it has a proven track record. WordPress powers more than a quarter of new websites today. It is the content management system of choice for nearly half of the top million sites, making it the most popular on the web. And it is trusted by content publishers, both large and small, including CNN and the New York Times. With more than 50 million sites globally and 13 years of proven history, you know you're getting the best software for the job. WordPress is easy to use. At the core of the WordPress, it is a simple interface, similar to the desktop publishing software you use today. With no coding experience or expert knowledge necessary, the learning curve is often about as short as typing in your site's URL and logging in. In fact, most users are able to pick up the basics without any training at all. Interfaces are polished, simple and easy to use, and are the result of years of refinement. In other words, it's the power of Microsoft Word with the intuitiveness of an iOS platform. WordPress is built for publishing. WordPress makes sharing content and attracting readers to your site very easy. Whether publishing content to social networks, ensuring that your website is provided in the optimal format to appear at the top of search results, the moment you hit publish, or provide visitors the ability to subscribe to specific content, subfeeds in their favorite feed reader, or even via email. WordPress is not simply a website, but rather a content publishing platform. With a single click, you have a powerful megaphone to broadcast your message to the world. WordPress is backed by community support. WordPress is supported by a vibrant community of users who have already solved many of the toughest challenges to sharing information today. WordPress version 4.9 has been downloaded more than 160 million times since it was released a few months ago. With a library of more than 50,000 free open source plugins and themes growing each day and hundreds of core contributors each release cycle, the WordPress community is an ecosystem built around the platform's visibility and viability and proven success. WordPress is a multi-site facility. WordPress can be extended to multi-site features on demand base. You are able to develop and maintain multiple sites using single WordPress installation. Multi-site allows multiple virtual sites to share a single WordPress installation. When the multi-site feature is activated, the original WordPress site can be converted to support a network of sites. WordPress helps in handling your entire workflow. WordPress can take the place of your entire workflow from the initial draft to the time you hit publish. Spelling, grammar, collaboration, and review. There is no need for emails, back and forth, or expensive desktop software. Speaking beyond words, everything that makes web pages feel rich, pictures, videos, music, documents, everything is found in WordPress. With a drag and drop file uploader that uses the latest technology to ensure your file effortlessly makes it to the web page every time, and a media browser to help you store, organize, and find the files you're looking for. WordPress hosts the files that make your pages pop. WordPress works uninterrupted. Between emails, IM, text, tweet, and status updates, we have enough distractions in today's world. Your publishing platform should not be the one of them. While writing, WordPress literally fades away, letting you concentrate on your ideas themselves, not how you are getting them out there. Since you have all the tools at one place, you can work uninterrupted. The WordPress would help you not lose your work. Since WordPress automatically saves your work as when you type it, you don't have to worry if your computer crashes or you make a mistake. In fact, if you want to get back to a previous version, it is not a problem. Every time you hit a save, WordPress creates a snapshot that you can restore with a single click. WordPress helps you schedule your post. Okay, not really, but it's pretty close. WordPress lets you schedule your post for some time in the future or lets you backdate a post for some time in the past, so that you can write when it is convenient for you. Your time convenience would be of prime importance for WordPress. In WordPress, one can publish from anywhere. The internet is everywhere, so why shouldn't your workflow be everywhere? This simply points at the fact that WordPress is a mobile application for Android and iOS. That is beyond websites. Wherever you are, control of your site is literally at your fingertips. You can even post your site by emails. WordPress has strong password protection. Your privacy is of utmost importance, and therefore on WordPress you can give passwords to individual posts to hide them from the public. You can also have private posts which are viewable only by their author. WordPress helps you in multi-page posts. You need not worry if your post is too long. WordPress tools can cut it up into pages, so your readers don't have to scroll to the end of the world to get a glimpse of your work. WordPress helps save draft. There is a convenience related to saving your unfinished work. With WordPress, you can easily save your unfinished articles, improve them later, publish when you are done. WordPress helps you in previewing posts. Before you press the publish button, you can look at the preview for the article you just wrote to check if everything is the way you want it. In fact, you can do that for any time since the preview is live. Customize your content with different and interesting themes. Website helps you to customize your content. Your content deserves the best. The site should conform to your content, not the other way around. WordPress comes with a full theme system, which makes designing everything from the simplest site to the most complicated portal a piece of cake. People love to read attractive blogs and write-ups. So now you can have a new design every day. Your ideas should look as good as what they are and what they say. WordPress creates great archives for information storage. It doesn't matter how much content you have. If your visitors can't find it, WordPress organizes your content by day, by month, by year, by another, by category. Anyway, you can describe it and dynamically create borrowable archives so things always stay up to date. WordPress creates searchable inside and outside. WordPress has great search baked in. Every word you write is fully searchable through a single box at the top of each page. And if your users choose to use an external search engine like Google, rest assured, WordPress will present your content in a way that all but ensure makes it to the top of the results every time. For the WordPress, even the URLs are aesthetic. Never go to a site and look up to the URL bar only to see a string of letters and number jargon. WordPress realizes that websites are built for people, not computers. Every URL is intuitively written for humans and describes what your content says, not where it sits in a database. WordPress uses automatic typography to do it right. Publishing on the web can be a pain without the right tools. Every time you hit publish, WordPress silently typesets each and every letter from seamless web production. And how does it do it? Well, where many other CMS let the details fall by the wayside, WordPress uses the texturized engines to intellectually convert web unfriendly characters like quotes, apostrophes, ellipses, M's and N's, dashes, multiplications, symbols, and ampersands into typographically corrected HTML entities. WordPress can be used in 180 different languages. WordPress has been fully translated to more than 180 different languages. So however you say publish, you'll be saying it in no time flat. You can create a site that is localized to your choice and delivered in a language of your choice. The get text method is used to translate and localize WordPress to the fullest extent. This is more of a global software, giving opportunity to one and all to express themselves in the language of their choice. Drag and drop administration. Didn't major in computer science? No degree required. Most of what users see, from menus to the dynamics, functionality on each page can be fully customized with simple drag and drop controls on the back and multiple personalities for multiple users. Since people are like fingerprints and no one is similar to another, therefore WordPress works for each one of us in our own way. WordPress lets you define different roles for different users, just like in real life, and lets you assign privileges accordingly. Users can register themselves and can submit content for your review. WordPress is a user-tested, out-of-the-box power. WordPress provides extensive functionality right off the box, and often little customization is needed to adapt the software for your unique use. Many other CMS rely on you to hunt down, install, and configure a long list of add-ons just to get many of the features WordPress considers, core comments, RSS feeds, revisions, etc., and relies on developers to undertake significant coding efforts to provide the functionality you need. Now let's conclude. To suffice today's session, WordPress is a very popular and useful content management system with numerous tools built in to facilitate content writers across the globe. WordPress every minute helps create original, effective, and unique content, and also provides functions that help in making content publish worthy. And now it's time for a quick recap. Today we discussed and talked about WordPress. We talked about the origin, working, and various features of the WordPress. We also found the various tools that we can use and publish great content by ourselves through WordPress. Also, we talked about the benefits of using WordPress. That is all we have for you today. Hope you enjoyed the session and learned about the content management system called WordPress and learn how to use the same to publish your attractive, original and unique content. We shall soon return with continued episode on WordPress. Until then, farewell, thank you and namaskar.